Today on CCX News, a closer look at large gatherings. This after police were called to disperse hundreds of vehicles from a parking lot in Brooklyn Center. How it started and how police aim to control the situation this summer. Thanks for joining us today. Police in Brooklyn Center and Brooklyn Park spent Saturday night dispersing large groups of drag racers who they say were causing noise disturbances and driving recklessly. Police say more than 400 vehicles gathered in a parking lot near Dollar Tree in Brooklyn Center around 9 o'clock on Saturday night. Several law enforcement agencies, including the Brooklyn Center and Brooklyn Park Police Department, worked to disperse the crowd. A smaller group of racers moved to the park and ride at 95th and Noble and were again dispersed. Police say these large gatherings can escalate into something more dangerous.
Sometimes it's fine and it's quiet. It's not really an issue. We don't really have to take any action or do anything. This night in question, they're revving their engines. They're being super loud. They're racing around. In the past, we've even seen automatic gunfire at some of these events.
Police are also on the lookout for park takeover gatherings as we head into the summer months. In Robbinsdale along Highway 100, volunteers continue efforts to preserve a national treasure.
It's just really cool to see the historical side along with the enjoyment everyone's getting out of it. So I hope that's to come for years to come.
That's Joe Gregelko with Autumn Ridge Landscaping, whose crew joined the Robbinsdale Lions and other volunteers this weekend at Graeser Park for a special tree planting. The historic park was originally built in 1939 to celebrate Highway 100, Minnesota's first freeway. Extensive restoration efforts at Graeser Park started 4 years ago. That included restoring the iconic beehive fireplace, the only one still in its original location.
This was the last and the greatest of these highway parks that were built. The biggest, the most features, the most elaborate design. And so it's really special.
There's a lot of hard work that these people put in that nobody sees on maintaining this place. Weeding, watering, just a lot of selflessness going into this place.
On Saturday, volunteers planted 9 trees as well as lilac shrubs. The goal is to provide shade for the picnic area for people to enjoy on hot summer days. In Maple Grove, the kind of visitor you wouldn't expect at an Arbor Day celebration. That's Squirt, an American alligator that paid a visit to Maple Grove Arbor Day festivities, thanks to the Rad Zoo in southern Minnesota. The event on Saturday drew hundreds of people. While it entertained the children, the gathering at the community center also served an important mission: help the city diversify its treescape.
We talk a lot about diversifying trees, and the reason for that is because, as most everybody knows, we have a problem with ash trees right now. The EAB is taking them over.
It's also a big year for the Maple Grove Arbor Committee. It's celebrating its 40th year this year. The spring sports season is upon us, and if you have kids participating in youth sports, you know it's not cheap. In this edition of Business Matters, we highlight a Maple Grove business aimed at helping families save a few bucks on equipment.
I'm actually looking for some soccer gear for my youngest son.
Every sport requires equipment, from clubs and bats to rackets and skates. And whether your kid is in one sport or multiple, the costs can add up quickly.
Absolutely, especially when they try something out and then decide they don't like it the first time out.
It's why Ryan Ollinger made his way to Play It Again Sports in Maple Grove, a store dedicated to buying and selling used sporting equipment. Tom Fraser owns the store with his wife.
We have 2 young boys. That's kind of how we got into it. They started getting into sports and realized how expensive everything was. If you have kids that do multiple sports, you can spend $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 a year on new equipment.
Lead pass ahead and a shot away and a goal!
Youth sports is essentially built into the fabric of Maple Grove, but Fraser says the city didn't have a whole lot of places where families could buy used sporting goods. That all changed when they opened this store last August.
We might not be perfect for everybody, but I think that we could probably help out most.
He says roughly 75% of all the merchandise they sell is used. Fraser claims that people can save about 50% or more on the equipment they need by buying it here.
Keeps old items out of the trash. It's a good way to recycle that. It's green, and it just helps people, especially with young kids, save some money and equip them for each season.
According to the website projectplay.org, families spend more than $1,000 a year for their child to play their primary sport. That's up from nearly $700 in 2019. So if there's an opportunity to save a few bucks on equipment, Ollinger says having this resource in the community is a big help.
It gives us the opportunity to try a lot of different things and not buy brand new things every single time.
According to projectplay.org, some of the reasons for the increased cost of youth sports include higher prices on team registration, travel, lodging, and private instruction. Finally, this segment, students at a Crystal Elementary School received some special recognition for their academic achievements. The Fair School in Crystal held a parade Friday afternoon along Adair Avenue to celebrate all of the students who made the honor roll. The honor students were joined by the school's drumline, step team, and a collection of local first responders. Family members cheered them on from the sidelines.
We want to make sure that we're telling our students, like, your achievements are worthy, and we want to make sure that you know that that hard work is deserving of a huge celebration.
About 300 of the school's 460 students made it onto the honor roll.
The Heritage Christian Academy baseball team is hoping to make a return trip to the state Class A tournament in June. The Eagles took on another MCAA squad Friday. Jay Wilcox has the highlights.
Heritage Christian Academy hosting West Lutheran in MCAA baseball at Gleason Fields. In the top of the first, runners at the corners, and the pickoff throw to third is off the third baseman's glove. Mason Kasowitz gets up to head home with the first run of the game for West Lutheran. Bottom of the first, and the Eagles tie it up as Griffin Boom steals home, just getting in ahead of the tag to make the score 1-1 after one inning. It's 2-2 and then some defense. Jonah Moulton's bouncer and Ethan Fahrenkamp makes the quick tag and wins the race to first for the Warriors' double play to escape a jam. And Connor Rowan is robbed by Heritage second baseman Jaden Olson's diving catch that starts a double play for the Eagles. In the top of the fifth, Carter Anderson's bouncer gets through the infield to bring Sam Perry home, and West Lutheran regains the lead at 3-2. But Heritage responds right away. The pitch gets away, but not too far. Drew Francis is aggressive and scores from third to even the game at 3-3 in the bottom of the fifth. Same inning, and Ethan Day would like to have this one back. He tries to pick the runner off third, and the throw gets away. Boom scores what proves to be the winning run to make it 4-3 Heritage. Jonah Moulton protects the lead well, fanning the side in the sixth and retiring all six batters he faces for the save. Heritage pulls out a 4-3 win over West Lutheran. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
After a few seasons without a varsity softball program, Park Center is back to playing a partial conference schedule in the Northwest Suburban this spring. They met an Armstrong team looking to break a two-game conference losing streak.
Teacher Appreciation Day at Armstrong. Falcons looking for their second win of the season. Bottom of the first inning, Aubrey McLeod drives a ball deep off the base of the fence in right center field. Lexi Madsen comes in to score. It's 2-0 Armstrong on McLeod's double. Annalee Walvatney then rips a single to left field. McLeod around third. She slides in safely with the Falcons' third run of the inning. Three batters later, Maddie Schultz with another single to left field. Walvatney and Sydney Primmer both score as Armstrong puts 5 runs on the board in the first inning. Home half of the second. Madsen with a deep drive to left center field. It's off the fence. Her second double of the game brings home Ann Marquise with the Falcons' 6th run of the game. Third inning, Gabby Burns drops a hit into left field. Hazel Ritchie and Bree Dumas both score on Burns' single. Armstrong up 10-0 after 3. In the fourth, Ritchie with an infield grounder. She reaches first and drives in Ella Cooley on the play, and it's 13-0 Falcons. and the game ends a few batters later. Madsen blasts one to center field. This one caroms off the top of the fence and over for a 3-run homer. Armstrong wins on the 15-run rule. They beat Park Center 16-0 in 4. The Falcons are now 2-4 in the season. The Pirates 0-6.
We've had rain and storms wash away some games this spring, but it looks like we will have 2 TV games for you this week on CCX with decent weather predicted for both Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday afternoon at 5, the Osseo baseball team is home to take on Anoka in a Northwest Suburban Conference game. You can watch it live on TV on CCX1 or online at ccxmedia.org. The game replays Wednesday at 10 p.m. and Thursday at 7 p.m. And then Thursday afternoon at 4:30, the Hopkins softball team hosts Mankato West. You can watch that one live, or the replays are Friday night at 10 or Saturday at 7 p.m. And that's all for sports. I'm John Jacobson.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.